Fix It friends. This is Fix It with Fran, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I'm going to give y'all a car chronicle for the 9/9/2022. So I am in our driveway right now. I'm about to leave our neighborhood in New Orleans East and go to a class that I'm in. But technically, what I'm doing, I have not mentioned. So, for those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Fran. Once a month, I try to do what I call my Sunday Sitdown. Sorry, my little charms rocking in the wind or rocking on the bun. But once a month, I try to do this little Sunday Sitdown where I talk to y'all. Sometimes I do what I call my car chronicles. On my channel, when I say I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun, I talk about that from the perspective of a young professional with a young toddler. My daughter is 2. I am married. I've been married for 10 years, with my husband for 12 years. So on my channel, really everything comes down to me wanting to share useful information with you, my Fix It friends. So if you're here for the first time, welcome, and I hope you like and subscribe. But if not, and you're one of my Fix It friends that's been rolling with me for a minute, hey y'all, hey. Back to what I was saying. So this project that I'm doing is about climate change and Louisiana ecosystems and like gardening and landscaping with native plants, but everything really comes down to that concept of living with water that we hear folks saying a lot, which when I heard about the project was really interesting to me because that is something that I was passionate about already. If you've seen on the channel, I'll drop in some cards. I've talked about gardening here in Louisiana. I've talked about the things that I've learned and the fact that I became a master gardener, all that and then some. So right now I'm on the way to this project. Today we will be having a class on climate change with, I think I called him a geologist when I was talking to one of my friends, but I meant an ecologist from LSU, that's Louisiana State University. I don't think I've mentioned, but when I say that I'm a master gardener, that is also a program that's done through the LSU University in their agricultural extension, that's the word. So when you become a master gardener, technically and literally you become a agricultural center extension volunteer. And I tell people all the time, when I say I'm a master gardener, yeah, it sounds fancy and it's like fruit and to do, but the whole heart of being a master gardener is that you volunteer to go out into the community and educate people about flora, native plants, and all that kind of stuff in Louisiana, especially like home gardening, house plants and stuff too, some of us like, but everybody really finds their own zhuzh when it comes to being a master gardener. And by that I mean some people really hone in on the orchids, some people really hone in and their thing is like they become an expert on growing tomatoes. It's great because you get a real broad breadth of information, but you kind of choose how deep you go into that. Like everything in the course sometimes is kind of very, I don't want to say superficial because that has a negative connotation, but it's like you don't go in deep on some of the subjects in the class because you're fitting in a whole lot of topics within like 12 or 16 weeks. But what I loved about doing the Master Gardener program is that you get access to folks, again, from LSU, and they bring in so many different experts during the course, and you learn a lot in a short period of time, and then they leave it open to you to decide whatever you want to be like a real expert on. And with that, you can also go and become what they call a speaker series volunteer. I was going to do that at one point because I had a whole idea of a series on maintaining mulch, which I know is a big deal to folk around here in Louisiana. And when I was showing their grasses expert, who also helps them maintain the LSU football field, which is all like naturally grown grass, or I can't say natural. They might put some different enhancements and things in it, but he helps them maintain that grass, and they keep it very pristine looking because, again, it's like LSU and it's a football school, and that's a big deal. It's also a big deal to have a school that plays on grasses, and that's what I mean by natural grasses, like somebody that's playing on grass versus someone who's playing on artificial turf. Because the turf is easier to maintain, more cost effective for some programs. So to have a school that's decided, no, we want old school grass and this is what they're going to play on, and we're going to keep it looking like it's out of magazine, that's that. So As I've said a couple of times, let me get to that point of the story. I am going to this class right now. I will be sharing more about that this month on Fix It With Fran. I will also, at some point, we're going to be doing a performance, spoiler alert, in June, so I'm going to share that. But in the month of May, first of all, let's celebrate that by the time this video posts, I will have completed the beta challenge for April. And that means that I posted a video or some kind of content to YouTube every single day of April, from April the 1st to April the 30th, which it is right now when I'm recording this. So, my Fix It friends, as I asked my mom and my sister, like, if I do this, am I crazy? Is this crazy? In May, every time I say May, I think of that meme when it's like, what is it, Justin Timberlake, like, it's gonna be May. I'm gonna put in that song in case you don't know the reference. But in May, I am going to do another challenge where I vlog every day. And I think it's called like Every Day in May. Now, why did I decide to do that? One, I was in a group, like a YouTube, creator or content creator group that I'm in that I do enjoy, which I'm in a lot of different ones, but there's only a certain few that I have grown to enjoy and really be active in. But in this particular group, I had posted a question, like a real question, asking folks if anybody else had participated in the Veda challenge and how it went for them. And some folks responded and said they did, and other people responded and said, I've never done that, I've never heard of anything like that. Oh, if something comes up again, I'd like to do it. So you know me, big me, if you've been around the channel, Fix It friends, I went to Google. I was like, let me Google it and see, is there another challenge? Like, when is the next one? Because I'm thinking in my mind, the next challenge is going to be like something about like 4th of July, like, oh, every 3 months kind of thing. Because I told myself I could probably do a challenge like every 3 months. I could keep that up. Nah, player. The next challenge was May, and that's when I asked my mom, I was like, y'all, if I try to do this, am I crazy? Is this realistic? Because I don't want to set myself up to fail. Yeah, I'm trying to do more on the channel, but you got to be realistic, girl. You're busy and you got a lot going on. I'll be telling y'all more about that. So yeah, I'm doing that. So a lot of things will be vlogged on the channel, and you can look forward to something every day. And for some of y'all, I'm gonna keep it real. If you have notifications on because you like seeing my videos, but the everyday thing was too much for you, and to hear that it's about to be every day again from another month, it's like, what? Y'all, I ain't even gonna be offended. Turn that notification off. Just check it when you check it, but check back in. Don't leave me, y'all. Yeah. So it's going to be every day in May. And most of my things, so you're still going to get cruise content. You're still going to get Arrow Garden content. You're going to get some of the Mommy and Me content. But since May is Mother's Day, a lot of my stuff this month, like with my cruise folks, my first cruise was May of 2011. And it was a cruise we did I was graduating, my baby sister was turning 21, and my mom's birthday is usually around Mother's Day. So it was a Mother's Day cruise. So I'm going to tell y'all about that because I've been meaning to tell y'all about my first cruise experience. I'm sure y'all will laugh when y'all hear some of these details and stuff like that. So everything this month will kind of be Mother's Day related, like, or mom centered. Sorry, y'all. So I'll tell y'all about my first cruise, talk about some stuff for Mother's Day. I am going to be sharing this upcoming week my teacher appreciation gift idea because, again, I told y'all with the Easter thing, I can be extra and then I can rein my extra in. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's because I got saved up energies from not doing anything for, I guess I'm that early. I ended up where I needed to go kind of early, so maybe I'm going to ride down to Joe Brown Park. And I ended up not doing anything for Easter, right? So now I'm like, maybe I just got this extra energy because when I thought about the fact that Teacher Appreciation Week was coming, part of that is me kind of knowing that it happens at some point. The other part is my baby's school sent out a calendar. Last year, they decided to give us a list of things that they explicitly wanted us to like work around as far as like a theme from one day. So one day it was like, here's the teacher's favorite candy. The other day is this is their favorite snack. So that was kind of easy to do. And some days I did it where it was very personalized to her classroom teacher, and other times like I sent an orchid, or I sent, like when I had that box of orchid order I had done way back in the day, I sent everybody an orchid. So I was like, cool, that's no problem. But when the teacher, or her director rather, said to me, oh no, I'm just gonna let the parents do what they want to do, that's when I was like, bed, mermaid hand rub. What do I want to do? And my creative juices started flowing. And so I have different ideas that I'm going to share with y'all. And I'm going to try to share them early in the week. I'm also going to show y'all probably in some shorts like what I do and how I do it, because again, I'm planning a little bit in advance, so that helped me be more intentional. That's why I told y'all with Easter, if I plan in advance, I can be more intentional. I can figure it out. Some of the stuff that I'm going to be using, I already had. Other things, like I went and did a quick Dollar Tree run, and so that's one thing. If you want teacher appreciation gifts, you can get some cute stuff at Dollar Tree. If I do my good editing, I'm going to try to stitch in a video or some clips of that. I also got some things, like I just did an online order at Target, where Target has these really cute gift cards that are shaped like little pencils that you can get like a $10 minimum, and you can get up to like $50 or $100 value added that will come to you in the mail, because let's remember, like, I always want to go to the store. And they're automatically done. So boom, and I already have little gift card envelopes, or I can just put it in a thank you card and wrap it from there. So I'm gonna show y'all that kind of stuff, because again, I like to share tips, I like to be useful and give you useful information. And is there anything else I want to tell y'all? I can't remember. Teacher appreciation, other stuff. There was one last thing I think I thought in my mind. Cruises, mama stuff. So it'll be me and Monica. Oh, I will show y'all some of my like mom self-care stuff, because while people are thinking about stuff for Mother's Day and gifts, I know for me as a mom, my self-care looks like X, Y, and Z. So if somebody wanted to fund those activities, this is what I would say do for the mom in your life. Yeah, I'm about to roll into Joe Brown Park. I think I ended up leaving earlier because Monica was deciding, and I will stitch this in, that she wanted mommy, and that mommy is the best, and mommy couldn't leave. And she literally at one point like climbed on top of me. I was laying with her in the bed and said, "No, mama, you can't go." I don't think I got that recorded, but at one point she was just talking to me because I was taking a picture. So I do. I have to go to work.
No, mommy.
Yes, baby.
No, I go to work.
Okay, I gotta go to work, and I'll be back later. Okay? Okay? You'll stay with Dada. That's gonna work? Yeah. In a picture, so for context, which if you've been on the channel, you know is important to me, I end up having these videos and things of me and Monica because I'll be recording them to send to some of our other family members. And then I look at it and I'm like, well, this is kind of funny. Maybe it's worth posting on the channel. Well, that's why a lot of times you'll see us in like selfie mode recording stuff. It's not like I'm sitting here like stalking my child trying to find like a YouTubeable moment, because ain't nobody got time for that. But y'all look at Joe Brown, the park, not a person. I love Joe Brown Park. Don't let nobody tell y'all that we don't have some beautiful and some really nice things in New Orleans East. They may try to tell you that. They'll lie. And the truth ain't in them if they do. Because part of life in New Orleans and things in general, and I remember my husband saying that to me before I even like got here and we were just dating, is sometimes you have to get outside of the beaten path. You have to get away from downtown and different parts of the city and really see some of the things that are still New Orleans, but on the outskirts. And that's one thing he told me when I came before, because I had been to Canal Street. I had been on, like, past Bourbon at least. They didn't let me go on Bourbon because I was with, like, people from church. But I had only seen that part. And I had been to New Orleans like 2001 or 2002. It was before Katrina. And my father-in-law was like, "Why you never came back?" Because I had no reason to come back. And if I hadn't met my husband, I probably wouldn't have come back, because all I knew was like downtown. And I remember not even knowing about the whole street sweeping schedule they had. It was dirty when we came out of them hotels most of the days. And I was like, what is this? Why would it be like this? It was also right before Essence. And that would have been great if I had come as an adult, but I was a little high schooler. I ain't know nothing about Essence. I did meet Carl Thomas in the Wendy's on Canal Street. Yes, I did. And I didn't want to bother him, but I took a picture, and my mom had it. I think it's on a mirror back at the house, because you know how we just slip something up in the mirror. But at first I didn't want to bother him, and I was like, no, he's just a regular person. He's trying to eat. But then I was like, when am I ever going to see Carl Thomas again, even if it's in the Wendy's? So I was like, can we take a picture? So nice. He took a picture. Yes, I hit myself hard. And that was right after Summer Rain had come out, and that was my jam. I'm going to have to play Summer Rain when I start recording this video. all the memories. And yeah, so that was my first exposure to New Orleans. So I'm glad to live here now. But all of that was my long-winded way of saying New Orleans is a beautiful place. New Orleans East is a beautiful space. And if you get the opportunity to really explore it, I mean, with reason, like I say, keep your head on a swivel, you'll find out that like we got some hidden gems out here. And some of us are trying to keep them hidden because we don't want all y'all in our space. But yeah, I knew I had a meeting at 10 and I ran out really early because Monica was wilding and wanting to come with me. And I said, oh, as soon as her daddy took her to change her pull up, like, look, exit, stage right. But there will be lots of fun stuff coming this month in the month of May. And as I've been starting to say on the channel, we are growing and growing and going. We are going places, doing things, being active, and be going to some more festivals this month. It's time for a Jazz Fest. That probably is another thing that just has put a spring in my step because I love Jazz Fest so much. I will also be talking about my wellness journey, both mental health as well as physical health. I think May has a part of the month that is like about mental health awareness. So I'll be talking about that. But growing physically, spiritually, mentally, growing as far as me being a mama, growing a little baby, growing as far as me being the houseplant, I don't want to say connoisseur, but just, what's that word? Novice at this point. I feel like in some ways people think I'm an expert. I still think I'm kind of new to the game on some stuff. I'm true to it though. And yeah, all that will be happening. Sorry, I looked up and realized my bling thing is missing, but I have a video I've done on that I need to tell y'all about. Sorry, time on task. Let me refocus. So stay connected to the channel. Please do like and subscribe and turn on those notifications if you haven't already, because it will be probably a very entertaining month. I'm excited to share with y'all some of the things that I'm doing, as well as, like I said, the festivals and stuff. So it should be interesting. Growing and going. Growing all those different ways, going more places, especially now that outside is back open and we are vaccinated. But thank y'all for being a part of the channel. And if you're new here and decide to subscribe, welcome to this village, helping one another. I really just want us to grow together, y'all. And that's what my channel is all about. On that note, I will wrap up. As I've said before, this is Fix It with Friend, where I talk about all things faith, family, food, and fun. I truly, truly believe that God has given us all gifts and talents that can fix some problem that exists in the world. While we may not be able to fix everything, while there are a lot of problems out here in the world, I want to remind, encourage you, let you know for the first time if you're new to the channel, that I believe we can all fix something. Until next time, I pray that you will find that thing and fix it. Thanks for watching. Get ready for the month of May. It's a lot of growing and going ahead. Bye, y'all.